As a public service to Giles County voters, the Wolf Creek Ruritan Club presents highlights from its Meet the Candidates Forum. This video presents the candidates for the Western District for the Giles County School Board.
I would be very honored to serve if elected on the Giles County School Board, and really one letter to the editor kind of started a groundswell with me, with the responses that I got and the encouragement that I got. And that's kind of how my candidacy came about. I have some handouts here if anybody wants one before they leave here. I'll just go over some talking points, items on here, which is basically my platform or some of the things right off the cuff that I like. And I'm a big believer in accountability in any organization. I mean, that's from top to bottom in my book. All employees of that organization and elected officials, they must all be held accountable for their actions or their lack of action in there. And that'll be one of my bullets that I'll base this whole thing on. But any decision that I make, if I'm lucky enough to be elected, any decision that I make as a school board member will be based, number one, on the safety and well-being of our children and the educational opportunities for our children in this county and as the county as a whole. I've got grandkids coming through the system now. Of course, my kids are all grown and out, but I'm vested in it, and no one will outwork me if I should get elected and be honored enough to sit on the board. I believe our students should come first and foremost, and therefore we cannot continue to lose some experienced teachers, which may be pay related, may not, may be other issues involved in it. You're not privy to all that if you're not sitting on the board at the time, but we can't continue to lose 15 to 20-year teachers to other school systems or surrounding school systems. We've got to take care of that one way or another. We must attract and employ the best and brightest educators and retain them long term. And a lot of that is monetary, and we got to find a way to get some money. There's teachers now that are telling me they're taking home less right now than they were 3 years ago, even with pay raises, with insurance hikes and so forth and so on. So that is a problem. One common sense thing, I believe, somebody was asking me the other day, and it's not really a hot topic or a bullet or anything. Somebody was asking me my viewpoints on consolidation of schools. I've heard no talk of such. I know Lewis assured a group of us, well, that has been a little more than a year ago, there was no talk of that. But I told him I didn't know about consolidation, but I sure did think that both high schools in this county should at least be on the same class schedule. Right now we've got, Nair's on 4x4 block scheduling and Giles is on 7 periods a day, which presents some small problems, and I'm sure they're working around them, but I see it's a common sense thing to me to get them on both the same schedule. Therefore, if you do have calendar shifts and so forth, it's not a big overblown issue with favoring one school or another in there. Other than that, I've been a 40-year resident, mostly in the Wolf Creek area right here, raised in Ridge Creek. Been married 44 years to my lovely wife, Jackie. And we have 2 kids. I got an engineer at Yokohama Tire, and I got a nurse and operating OR at Ruritan Giles up here. So I would appreciate your support, and like I say, I'd be honored to serve if elected. Thank you.
The first thing I want to tell you, and I sincerely mean this, you all have a terrific school system in Giles County. We have a superintendent who has committed himself to our students having the best possible education that they can have. We have a central office staff that is unsurpassed by any. Our building principals, administrators are excellent, and we have teaching staffs and faculties at each of our schools that I would put above anywhere. Our facilities in Giles County are just, we've renovated all of our schools over the past few years. I know some of you in this room probably went to a football game in Montcalm a couple of weeks, or last weekend, I guess. And I've talked to several who've come back from that game, and they're just so appreciative of the facilities that we have here in Giles County. And all of these things, the excellent teachers that we have and the facilities that we have, all that goes to making a positive learning environment for our students to attend every day. We've had a lot of good accomplishments, especially over this last year. Giles County has received a $750,000 STEM grant. The STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. And we're in conjunction with Nanosonics, and we're going to be able to extend our school day STEM programs a lot more than we've ever been able to do before. And we're also going to be able to extend summer programs for the STEM program. Also, over the last year, we received a $2 million Virginia Department of Education Virginia Preschool Initiative Grant, which is going to allow us to expand our preschool programs from 36 students to 72 students. And a little aside here, I had the opportunity week before last to do the preschool dental screening classes. And I saw 72 children in the course of 2 days. And I want to tell each and every one of you in this room, if you ever have the opportunity to sit in one of those classrooms for a day, it will brighten up your day, the rest of your week, the rest of your month probably. But that being said, we've also have a program that I'm personally very proud of. Giles County has taken the initiative to have the ACE program here in Giles County. ACE is called Access to Community College Education. The bottom line, this program is designed for every high school senior, both at Giles High School and at Narrows High School, to be able to go to New River Community College for 2 years, not just 1 year, tuition free. And this is a program that started out of Virginia Western Community College in Roanoke. It's called CCAP. And we have worked over the last 2 or 3 years with them and with the Board of Supervisors and the school board and New River Community College people. And our entering class just started at New River in Dublin this past month. And we're just so very, very proud of that. How are you doing, Christy? Don't cut me off. Okay, I got something really important to say here. Marion mentioned, you know, salaries and loss of teachers and things like that there. I saw a legislative study last week where it says if we need 4,000 more teachers in the state of Virginia to get us up to 2005 levels. We need 6,000 more teachers to get us up to 2009 levels. So right now, I'm kind of looking over straight in front of me here at you state candidates here. We desperately need to look into school funding in statewide. We actually in Giles County are operating right now under $2,008. We're operating, so that means that the locality has to kick in, and you can only tighten that rubber band so tight before it expands. And our local Board of Supervisors have done a terrific job with this, but this has a lot to do with our hiring of new teachers and the retention of old teachers. I thank you very much, and I would appreciate your vote in November. Thank you.
This program is presented as a public service of the Wolf Creek Ruritan Club and is not endorsed by any political candidate, party, or campaign. Remember, the future of Giles County and the Commonwealth of Virginia is in your hands. Be sure and cast your vote on Tuesday, November 3rd.